Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here. Happy to make another video about a week later since our last one. Hope everyone is doing well. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about the difference between achieving a goal and the journey of accomplishing it, right? And the point of this video, the intention is to create insight and awareness, and ultimately to help people stick with their goals, stick with their journey, and to make it to the end, right? Because it is January 10 today. We're only 10 days into the new year. And my goal, our goal, is to have this year be really damn good, based on what that means to you and to us individually. And so today we're going to use the metaphor of summiting a mountain, right? What it's like to be on the top of the mountain and have the picture and have the, that to cross the finish line, versus the journey of actually hiking it. Okay. Because it's around this time already that many people, their new year resolution energy is starting to dissipate and old habits are starting to creep back in. And just the wear and tear of being on track and taking action is beginning to show itself, right? So um, it's great. We all want to be at the top of the mountain. We all want to be at the finish line. We all want the gold medal. We all want the big paycheck. We all want the million subscribers. We all want the 1 year, weed free, or 30 days off of porn, or 30 days without junk food. We all want like the end, and we want the transformation that comes with the end. But the journey it takes to get to the end is actually difficult and has adversity. And the point of this, right, with the mountain is, in order to get to the top of the mountain, you actually have to hike it. And at the beginning, right, or in the planning stages, it's like, oh my God, this hike's gonna be awesome, right? This journey to changing our physique, or going a year weed free, it's gonna be awesome, right? This is all in the planning stage. And the vision of being done with it and having accomplished it is so amazing. But the journey is hard, right? After the first mile up the mountain, it hurts already. The backpack is heavy. The muscles are aching. And the mind starts to churn. What am I doing? This is ridiculous. And you're still 10 miles away from the top, right? And so for us, right, let's say you're on a fitness journey, 10 days in, you've already done so much work, right? Oh my God, I've worked out every other day. I've ate this type of way. I'm drinking this type of water. I'm hitting all my spots, yet I'm still 10 miles away from the top of the mountain, right? You're still X amount of pounds away from your goal weight. You're still X amount of, whatever away from your goal. And it's like, oh my God. And so the point is that the journey takes however long it takes, and it requires whatever it requires. And oftentimes it's hard, right? And so take a look at your history. Are you someone who goes a mile, goes 2 miles, and then stops or turns around, right? You can use this metaphor of a hike to take a look at where you're at in your journey and take a look at your history and see how you've performed in the past, right? Because if you're trying to accomplish a goal you've never accomplished before, look at what you've done in the past and what you need to do differently. And I think really one of the key points here is that it's hard. It's hard. And this is not to make it harder than it already is, but the point is to understand that there's a reason why, for example, a lot of people say they want to lose weight this year, but they won't. It's because it's hard. And so it's, like, yeah, like you showed up for 10 days this year already. Good. Show up for 10 more days. Show up for 20 more days. Show up for 10 more months. And I know that might seem like a bigger pill to swallow, right? Too big a pill to swallow, but it's also important to really embrace what this journey is, right? And if we could talk about, smoking weed real quick, right? Or quitting or taking a break, like one of the things that are so important and has worked for me in my journey is like, before I decide I'm going to quit or take a break, I need to embrace and accept that I really am not going to be smoking. And there's something about embracing the pain of the journey beforehand that allows you to actually go through it with relative ease, right? Less resistance. If I know that the hike is going to be painful beforehand, I can accept and embrace that, and I can choose what I'm going to do with that, right? Right? Because complaining doesn't help. It's fine to complain, but it doesn't help, right? But the ultimate point here is that it takes effort, it takes work, it requires us to say no when we want to say yes, to say yes when we want to say no. And there are other factors that come into play, right? The type of people you have around you, the type of tools that you equip yourself with, right? The type of planning that you put ahead, your experience, um, right? So, but whatever it is that you intend on accomplishing this year, keep it in mind, keep it in sight, and be aware of what that journey is going to require. Um, and accept that it might be a lot and be down for it. Like, be down for what it takes, right? Like, for example, me and my girlfriend, one of our intentions this year was to cook meals more often instead of buying meals, getting takeout or delivery. And it's different, right? Like, the not only with the history of a certain habit, but in general, the tendency for human beings is, I want to take the easy, convenient route, and I want to do I want to do what I've been doing for a while, right? We are creatures of habit, and so yeah, like in order to decide to go to the grocery store and get the food and cook it, it requires some mental effort, and to push past laziness, right? Or to push past complacency, or to push past good reasons to not do it, which can be challenging, right? Which leads me to one more point I want to make on this video is that to remind ourselves to give ourselves credit and acknowledgement when we are taking the right steps up the hiking path, right? So when you do go to the gym, acknowledge that this is exactly what it looks like to succeed in your journey, and that you're doing it, right? What's so ironic is that when we're not doing it, we can feel it so heavily, right? Like, oh my God, I haven't been to the gym. I've been eating like shit. We could feel the guilt. We could feel the shame. We could feel how much we're not who we want to be. But then, unfortunately, when we are being who we want to be, sometimes we don't get the same kind of this exhilarating payoff that we thought we would get. And so sometimes it's on us to create the sense of celebration and acknowledgement and alignment that we've been looking for in this journey of personal transformation. And so every time you do show up the way that you said you would, the way that would allow you to accomplish your goals for this year, it is so critical that you celebrate yourself, that you reward yourself, and that you acknowledge that you are walking the fucking walk. You are walking the fucking walk. And the whole point of this is to fuel ourselves with the energy to continue. Because again, what happens is 10 days in, some of us are already like, I don't know if I'm going to go on that walk today. I don't know if right? And so that's another thing to be wary of. And I think, again, like I've been saying, journey's hard. Journey's hard, but consider that it's good that it's hard, and that you want it to be hard because you want to be the version of yourself that shows up for it despite how challenging it is, and accomplishes it despite how challenging it is. And so consider that you want it to be hard because you want to grow and you want to be challenged and you want to overcome all that. So, um, That's it for today. Hopefully that all, brought something to you for today. I intend on creating another video this Thursday. The goal is to post twice a week, at minimum once, maximum three, but sweet spot is 2 videos a week. And yeah, so hopefully this video finds you guys well. Happy Tuesday, happy January 10. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep walking your fucking walk. I'll see you soon. Peace.